All right, thank you so much, everyone, and welcome to the class this morning, this afternoon, or evening, wherever you're joining from. All right, so in our data analytics class, we have learned different modules using Excel for data analytics. Today, we want to move to a more practical aspect of the class. And on my screen here, I have the Fiverr application opened on this PC. The last time we had a physical class, I challenged all the students to ensure that they have a ready-made option to practice what they are learning. Beyond that, they should be able to put whatever they have learned into practice and make money from that. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can go around that Fiverr. Fiverr and Upwork are two major remote jobs platform to source for jobs. And you could see that there are different categories of skills here that you can monetize. Now, I've made a video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to drop the link in the group for us where you can learn how to sign up. This is an account here. There are two ways you can use Fiverr. You can either use Fiverr to sell your gigs or you can take work there. So what you mean by selling there is that you can hire people and then you can also offer service. So if you have been using Fiverr before, you know that what you need to do is to bid. You are going to put up what you can do and attach a price tag for it. Now, when we started the class, I told us that we have about 6 major data analytics packages. And the list among them is what we have done. We have looked at how to use Excel and Google Sheets in using data analytics. Now, look at this person. This man here is a level 1 worker on Fiverr, and he said that I will develop any Excel and Google Sheet models. And these are some of the things he can do. He can do portfolio tracker. He can do a stock market, advanced formula. He can create a pilot table. He can also do PDF to Word conversion in Excel. These are the things he can do. And his bill is from $15 and above because he's a level 1 person. That's what he can do. So we have Excel, we have Power BI, we have the R, we have Stata, we have Python, and we have SPSS. Because of the shortness of our time, I already mentioned to us that we will not be able to cover all. But as soon as we are told to stop, wherever we can do, we'll be able to put a one to do on Excel and Google Sheets. So that in the next class, we are going to take an overview of SPSS and what we can do. But I want to show you some of the things people could do. Now, some persons have sent me a message privately and told me that they have tried to set up their own Fiverr account. Now, look at what people are saying that they can do here. Now, don't be intimidated by all the persons that you can see in different levels. These are level 2 people, and they are there online. They have been able to take up some tasks online, and then they have the experiences. And it is the level of their skill that determines their charge. Now, look at this person. This person said, I will survey data and create reports. And this is just something you can do, and the charge of that person is from $100. Now, let's look at his details. Let's look at his profile and see what he can do and how he's going to actually get it done. That's what he will do. Now, and then he has all these languages. He has completed 112 orders already. It means he has done 112 jobs. So you don't need to wait until you're able to get the big job. You can start from the basic. From the basic. Now, and then as a data analyst, he's saying these are his skills. He can work conveniently on Microsoft Excel. You can work on Tableau, Adobe InDesign, Microsoft Power BI, Data Analysis, Python, Illustration, Google Data Studio, which we did a little bit of Google Data Studio. We're able to extract data from Google, and then we have a mini tab. Now, and then these are the things he has done. He has completed 50 plus orders on time while meeting Fiverr's quality criteria. That means these are the things he has been able to do. and look at some of his projects and some of the things he has done. So look at this now. These are some of the things he can do. And when we started this course, I told us and I showed us this is Excel. You can do this with Excel. You can plot this chart with Excel. You can do this in terms of percentages. You can do this pie chart as well. You can do all this type. I believe everybody on this class should be able to do this right now. I mean, all this type of analysis that they have given you. And we're going to do that. We're going to do a summary of that with a little bit large data this morning in this class. Now, look at some of the things that this guy can do. So what I'm challenging every one of us is that this class, after this class now, you should create your own Fiverr account and you'll be able to actually domicile it into what you want to do. I mean, what you can do. I want to see every one of us putting up this and then putting up how you can actually earn from the skills you have gathered while you are planning to get more. If you put the skills you have gotten now and said it is very small and then you put it down, I want to tell you that by the time you come back in 2 weeks' time, the knowledge available online for you to learn will have been so much that as at that time, you may not even be able to understand what is going on in the market again. So you should be able to get that done. There are a lot. There are just a lot. So you can see them here by yourself. You can see them here by yourself. And the more you go down, let me go to page 3, you see other things that people can do. Like I mentioned, the number of data that have been generated from 2010 till now is more than the number of data that is available since the world began. It means that we are in the world of data, and data analytics and data analysis are now in high demand. Look at this person. This person said, I will analyze data, create Excel template, and design dashboards. Look at it. And that's what this is a lady now, a level 2 person. So just look at what they have done. Don't look down on what you have learned. With the little you have learned, you can actually work on it and get gigs The truth of the matter is that if you start with few charges, you'll be able to get a lot of things being done. Now, I'm going to show you a data now that will show how you can actually do data scrapping from large data. You have a pretty large data for a month from a particular company, and then you'll be able to get on with it, how you'll be able to get it done. Very, very important. So I want to get a response from 2 persons or 3 persons. Is there anybody here who has been using Fiverr before or Upwork? Anyone? Do you have anyone who has been using Fiverr or Upwork before? Can you just unmute yourself and let me know if you have used Fiverr or if you have used Upwork in the past? Can you let me know, please? Yes, anyone who have used Fiverr or Upwork? Or you have tried your hands on this and you have been able to earn since you started the class? Yes, I'm expecting our responses. Do you have anyone responding there? Do you have anyone responding? Hello? Please, if you can hear me, kindly let me know that you can hear me. I want to know that you can hear me. Anybody there?
Hello, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay. All right. I just want to be sure that I can be heard. All right.
Sir, please, I have a question.
Thank you.
I can hear you.
So,
I can hear you.
Sir, please, I have a question. Can I ask, or I should wait till the end of the class?
okay. Okay. If it's related to what we want to do now, fine. But if not, I would advise you wait to the end of the class.
Okay, it's a bit
Is
related
that fine?
to what you are just showing us now. Yes, sir. It's fine, sir.
Okay. It's not related to what we are saying now.
It's a bit related.
Okay, it's a bit related. Okay, so can you proceed now?
Okay, stem 434, Oluwatosin. Sir, my major challenge really is that how to articulate what to say on this platform. I really don't even, okay, aside from the Excel, the bar chart, the histogram, the pie chart. Then the one we did with that we had to do with results.
What about
Those are the two. Yes, sir.
the budget we did,
For the
the
physical
budget
class, I was not
analysis?
available. Oh,
Okay, but the video
I
is
think I
available
missed
for you
that
to
class.
watch now.
I think I missed that class. Okay, I don't know that the video is available for that class. Okay, I think that's my bad.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So do you still have questions?
So what I was saying is how to articulate these things. You know, the way these people are putting it there, like, hey, one strong something. I'm sorry, one serious something like this. Like how to put it in words, in writing on this platform. That
Okay,
is one
okay.
thing
It's
that,
the word is
yes,
pretty. I got your question now. The word
okay.
is pretty easy and very simple now. Just go to Chat GPT and tell Chat GPT the skills you have. Just as if you are chatting with a friend. You can tell Chat GPT, I can do this on Excel and Google Sheet. Can you write a short CV for me to use on Fiverr? You will see the amazing thing that is going to come up. Has that solved your question?
Yes, sir. It has, sir. Thank you so much.
So we don't need to waste our time or try to actually be nervous about this thing. This is something that you can easily get done, and I can tell you for free that it's something pretty easy. Now, I'm bringing up a data. I don't know if you can see this set of data. Can you see this data?
Yes, sir, I can see, sir.
Yes. This is a large data now. So let's say I'm working on this. I've actually analyzed this data. So, but this is for one of my clients, and then I want to actually do a little thing on this chart and then see what is going to come up with this. Now, this is showing payment information that has come in throughout August. I mean, this recent August. And then you see, you're talking about, okay, I've extracted some. Let's say I have 283 payments for a month here. And then I want to do some analysis. The first thing that will come to mind here is that what is the total sum of funds that was generated? And I believe that is something easy that you can do, right? It's something easy that you can do to just look at what's the total sum and what's the maximum sum. So just follow me as I'm going to do that right now. So let's say I want to analyze and I want to make sense of this data. This is just, you can just see numbers, you can see some names, you can see some things there. So, and then let me go to the end of it. So let me just make sense of this data for you. You can handle data anyhow once you know what you want to do. So let me say the total income or total payment for that month using this that was generated from a payment platform. I will just say equals to, let me do a few things to blur this out because of privacy policies. So, okay, so I'm doing that because it has to do with people's names. Okay, so I want to look at the sum of everything that I've come here, and then I will say equals to the sum of all the money that have come in from C1 here to C283, and then I'll find 556,000. This is the total income that has come in 566,000. So I think this is from C2. So let me go back and say C2, and then we select C2. Then I have here
Sir, please
C2.
come again. You're a bit
And
fast.
then
Oh God.
I'm a bit fast. No, this is what we have done
Yes, or
before.
maybe the system is
This is what we've
lagging. I
done
don't know.
before.
It doesn't show as you are speaking. It
Okay.
takes a while before it shows. Yes, so I don't know. Maybe the system is
Okay,
lagging or maybe the
that may
network.
be due to network, but what I've done now, let me just explain what I've done now is just to find the sum of this, just to find the sum of what has happened here the total transactions that was made. And then I made the sum here, and that was all. So now I want to look for the maximum payment. The maximum payment here. Who paid the most and what day was the most payments made? So I'm going to look at equals to max. I want to look at the maximum payment that occurred here. And then the maximum payment is 57,500. That's it, the maximum payment. And then I can then look at, okay, this maximum payment is on what day? So that's 57,500. And then I can then look at, because I want to interpret this data for this person to understand, for this company to know what is the maximum payment now. So I would then say that, so there are different ways of analyzing this data, and that's what I'm trying to do. Don't forget that when you're analyzing this, you're making it simple enough for people to understand, to get sense out of it, to be able to deduce insights and take informed decisions out of it. So if this person understands that the maximum payment came on a particular day, then that person might target that same day, or the company may target that same day, or the same person that have made the payment. So we have 57,400 on 13th of August, and was paid, this transaction was paid by this person, so by this paga. So let's look at and say, we go back again. The maximum pay was on 13th of August, and then they know when the maximum payment was made. So let's look at the minimum payment, or the minimum income or minimum payments that has occurred. So you can have large data, so large, you can have 1,005 and all of that, different data. And here, the data here are actually very different. And I appreciate the fact that the payment here are in different dimensions. We have the payment transaction ID here. We have the payments in we have the payment in Naira here. We have the actual payment. We have the description. We have the transaction code. We have the bank that made the payment. Then we have the date. We have the information about the payment, etc., etc. So all of these information are very, very important for us, and they are good for analysis. So what other thing again? What other thing again do we need to get? Who can explain to me what other information can we gather from this?
We're talking about the minimum payment.
Okay, and we're going to do that. So what other information we are going to get from them? Hello?
We can also get the total amount for
We have
all the
already done that.
transactions.
We've gotten the total amount.
All the transactions. We have gotten the maximum and the minimum.
Okay, so let's do the minimum payment. So equals to minimum of C2 to C283. And then I close it and enter. So the minimum payment is 95 naira. And who paid that amount and when was it paid? So let's go and look at it. 95 naira. Who paid 95 naira and what date? 95 naira. So
Please, sir, I want to ask that these formulas, that means we have to cram all these formulas, or how do we remember which is for which?
okay, let me not say that you have to cram it. Let me say that you have to master it. Ma, do you drive, ma?
Yes, sir.
Do you cram when you have to use your left trafficator or right trafficator?
No. It just comes, maybe over time.
It just comes over time. That's the same thing
Yeah.
that happens here.
Okay, after usage for a long time.
That is why
For
I
a
want
while.
you to practice it.
Okay. Thank you,
That's
sir.
why I want you to practice it.
So what happens if for instance, the minimum pay that is 95, if you had more than one person, is there going to be any difference?
Can you repeat your question?
For instance, the minimum pay
Can you
here
repeat
is
your
at
question?
okay, sir. For instance, the minimum pay here is 95. What happens if
Mm.
it's not just a person? Maybe if there are two or three people, is that
So it's going to
minimum?
highlight that for you.
Okay, it's
It
going
is
to
going to
highlight
highlight
it.
that for you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
So you are going to highlight that, and then you know what happens on that particular day. Okay, so this minimum payment is coming up on 7th of August. 7th of August. So now another thing again you can do is to sort this data and see which of the days you can sort them by payment. You can sort them by payment and try to look at how is this payment coming up, and the speed at which it comes. Is it profitable to the company, to the business? What can you make sense of in that data, in the volume of the transaction? Let's say you have a supermarket, and all these payments are payments from supermarkets, and you want to know which day you make sales more. Can somebody give me an idea? Which week do you think supermarket makes sales more?
The last month,
Friday
the
to
last week in the
weekend.
month.
Is that what?
The last week in the month.
The last, do you think
Friday
so?
to weekend.
Do you think so? It's not the last week
Or
of the month, though. It is usually
the
the
first
last few days of the month and the first few days of the next month.
of the new month. Okay, yes.
Now, but what I have said and what you have said cannot be valid if it is not backed up by data.
Yes, sir. Yes.
If you go to about 5 malls in Lagos, in Kwara, or in any state where you reside, and then you gather data, you're able to export their data, approach them and tell them you want to help them make sense of their data. If they can give you, remember that most of the time, these data are always confidential. They will be able to tell you what they can make from their data. But if you are a data analyst, I want to make sense of their sales for them. Apart from that, if you obtain that data and tell them from this day that you actually make sales, I can assure you that this is what you sell more. Therefore, they will put more attention on what they sell more. Another thing again you can get is that, do people love to pay more as fast, or they love to pay more with card? You can also advise them on that. Are you making sense of large data now?
Yes, sir.
So that is what large data can let you know. You'll be able to do that. So now let's try to sort this data. Let's try to sort this data out and see what we'll do. So I'll come back again. Now, if you are using Word, I mean, you are using MS Excel, there's always the menu bar that will let you see what you want to sort. But because here I'm actually using Google Sheet, so I'm going to use this bar that shows filter. So I've clicked on filter now, and I want to filter in different ways. So once I click on filter, it's going to highlight all my column title. Particularly, I have column A, B, C, D. Now, once I click on the source here, and I say source here, now what do I want to do? How do I want to filter? Now, if I select balance, it means I want to filter by balance. So if I look at it here, I want to filter by balance. How do I want to do that? How do I want to filter the amount? Do I want to filter by amount? Look at it here. So if I click on the amount and I want to filter it by, I want it to actually arrange it in order of the least to the most value, or I want to filter it from A to Z or sort it from A to Z, if you can understand it that way. I can also convert this thing to stats, but let's do that with this first. Now, when I say A to Z, A to Z is more or less like I'm filtering it from least to the most. Are we together now?
Yes.
So this is what I have done. I have filtered it from the least to the most. And it's telling me that the least day is, the least figure that I got is 95 Naira. And then I have all these other transactions that are here. So all these transactions that are here, I can pull them out together. I can understand what happens on those days. It has changed this. I've been able to sort this data now, and then I can see it. So let me go to the last one for you to see. So you can see here, you can see here. Now, this is it is already changing the total income because everything is changing. So I'm going to undo it, but this is how to sort it. Look at it. I've sorted it, and then you can see the sorting now. The highest figure was obtained on, I told you 13th, and it's still showing me 13 here. Did you see it now? Still showing me 13 here. This data was originally arranged how? Can somebody tell me? What type of sorting do we have in this data before? What type of sorting was?
It was not sorted before.
It was not sorted. It was just pulled out. Thank you. So it was just pulled out. Now, another thing again I can sort it is I can sort it by transfer dates.
Yeah.
So I can sort it by transfer date. So if I want it to be by transfer date, I'll just sort it and I'll select that I want it to be arranged by just transfer date. So then I can also freeze a column. Freezing
We
a
also
column,
be A to
when
Z.
I'm moving the column, all other things will not move. Somebody is trying to ask a question.
Will also be A to Z for the transfer date.
What do you say?
Will also be A to Z. Will also be sort A to Z.
Will I also, I didn't get that.
Is it also A to Z we click on if you want to work with transfer date?
No, 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 no. I'm going to sort it by date. I'm going to sort it by date, not A to Z. I'm going to sort it by date. I'm going to sort it by date. So let me come back again and leave this type of filter view. So let me exit filter view. So I'm back to what we have before, and then you have the data that you have already here. So what we have on this transaction, you have transfer ID, you have currency, you have, now if what I have here is different currency, I can actually sort it by currency and say, okay, which one came in Uganda shillings, which one came in dollars, which one
Please,
came
I'm
in.
sorry, I don't understand how you do it by date. The transfer date, I don't understand how you do it from, I think it's arranged already, sorted already. I didn't see
No, no,
what
no,
you
no. This
clicked
is
on. It started from
no,
29, 28, 27.
yes, this is just sorted. This is a raw data. This is I've removed,
Okay,
I've
it's also, I thought you had
undone
sorted it for
the
you. Okay,
sorting.
I can see it now.
Yeah,
Okay, I can
I have
see it now.
undone the sorting already
Okay, I can see it now.
because
Sorry.
I don't want to affect this database. So I've
Okay,
undone
sir.
the sorting already. I've taught you what I wanted to explain, and then I have undo it.
I didn't get how you sorted the date, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I should explain how I sorted the date.
The date, yes. And that's what I'm asking. Are we going to, is it the same A to Z?
Okay, just hold on. I'll go back to another
Thank you, sir.
filter view. So now what I want to do is that you can see the filter that I have here. I clicked on filter and then I want it to now select by filter. It has brought out
Okay. Okay.
all the data that you have here. All the data this
Okay.
transaction was occurring is here. That you see
Okay.
here. So let me select like this. So let me select all. Or filter by condition. Date is, let me select filter by condition and say date is, let me not say today, let me say in the past month, in the past month, and say okay. Okay, the past month is not there. Let me select it by in the past year, because last month is not August. So let me select in the past year. Okay. So I have this filter, but I'm still going to change it again. I want it to be exact month.
What is between?
Date is exact date. Let me say date is August. August. Let me select August. August. Okay. The way this data was entered, that's why it's giving me this. I'm coming. So date is after date is okay. Let me say before. Date is before today. Date is before today. Let me select it. Date is before today. We have 29 coming up. So I have, hold on. Let me see this, if this is going to also work. Let me sort it according to alphabet here. Let me sort it according to the banks that came up. Select all. Let me use all banks, all payment that came in from fair money, from I'm deselecting some banks.
Okay.
So let me say I only want I want it to give me the data of, let me see if this data will come up. All the money that came in from microfinance bank. Let me sort it. It's working. It's working. So I think the way the data was entered for date is not correct. I'm not seeing it
Okay.
correctly. So if I want to do that, I will need to do data sorting, data cleaning rather. I'll change the way this date was saved. What is happening is that it was not saved only
Okay.
as date, it was saved as date and time. So that's why that one is not working. But
Okay. No.
yes,
Okay.
all
Okay.
of that things are working. So now I have sorted it that I only want it to show me what came out from
Microfinance.
all this bank, microfinance bank, and you can see. Now, if I do that, we have 283 column before, but now what you're going to see, let's see this now. You see it has sorted it only to show me the ones that came from those banks alone. All those banks I selected alone. And I can do money that came in from microfinance bank. So I can do total of them alone. I can say the range equals to sum of C2 to C283. So I have the same value here, but it has sorted it out for me. That's arranged it by the microfinance bank. So all the data I still have here, but has arranged it by microfinance bank. So if I want it to only show me from a particular bank, let's say I'm trying to look at which bank are people using more. So I can say, let me know how many people paid from Access Bank. Let us sort it. Sorting is not addition. So let me just say those that came from Access Bank alone. Let's know how many people are paying from Access Bank. So Access Bank and Access Diamond, and I say, okay. So these are the people that have paid for Access Bank. So look at it. So it's going to bring everything from me, sorting it. Now I want you to take note of something. Look at all this value. Come back to, I hope you can see my screen, everybody. So come back here, you see number 2, number 28, 30, 34, 37, 50, 42. You see it has jumped out some fields, some columns. I mean some rows rather. It's only showing the rows where we are doing the sorting. That's what it's only showing. Others are being hidden. So all these ones that are showing, I can copy them out and put them in another database. So let's say I have all these ones from Access Bank. I copy them out. I'll put them somewhere else. So I put them, create another sheet, and then paste them here. So I've only copied out Access Bank. I hope you can see my screen, everybody. So I've only done for Access Bank. So if I want to pick for Access Bank now, I want to do the sum. I will just say equals to sum of C4 to C40. So all the money that came in from Access Bank is 74,594. Can you see it now? Hello, everyone.
Yes, I can see it.
Yes, sir.
I just want to know that I'm not the only one here left. Others are left
Please,
me back.
sir, the
So
lesson
now,
I'm watching on the, is there a way we can transfer all this into, how do we put on the laptop so that while you are doing that, I can also be doing it? Is it possible? How do I do that, sir?
is there a way you can do it? Is there a way you can do what?
As in this data, the raw data,
Okay, this
how
raw
can I
data,
do?
I can't give you this raw data. This raw data belongs to a company, and there's a privacy. So what you can do is to go to Google Bank, like I told you that
And
Google
then just,
database and get
okay,
export data, export free
oh,
data. So you export free data.
from Google data,
Yes.
okay,
So that you can work with them. There are volumes. I can say millions of
okay.
data that is available
Can I
for
get
you.
for a bank like this too, for banks like
Yes,
this?
just look for, you can even go for, you can say supermarket sales. Let me try to help you. Let me try to help you and see if we can get supermarket
Google
sales.
data,
This is it. Look at it, dataset.research.google.com. So let me say supermarket sales, supermarket sales. So look at it, look at it, look at it. You can get so many. Look at it. US supermarket sales and other grocery store sales from 1992 to 2002. Is that not an enough data? Look at it. Look at it. You can. Supermarket value sales of beer, wine, and spirits in Great Britain, 2018. You can get so large volume of data. So large volume of
okay,
data.
sir.
You can see. You can see it here, and they are available on Statistica. So you just go to Statista, you'll be able to get it. Statista, you can get it on
Okay.
Continuous, you can get it from Pocket Suisse, everything. You can get them there. So, and then you can try your hands on them. Merchandise store, Statista has everything. So, let's go back to what we're saying in this database
Thank you,
now.
sir.
So we get your welcome. So we have been able to gather and sort out the ones that are for a particular set of banks. So if you also want to look at, okay, what happens? You see a transaction record here that shows success here. Now, let's say, for example, this transaction, there are some that got failed. There are some that failed. Do you know that you can also sort out the ones that are failed? I hope you know that failed transactions. Let's say in a particular banking or fuel filling station, they made sales and they have up to like, let's say every day they have up to like 200,000 people that come to that filling station. Filling station like Bovas now. Do you know how many thousands of people go to Bovas? I mean, nationwide. Does Bovas need a data analyst or not? Are we together in this class? Does
Yes,
Bovas,
sir.
do they need a data analyst or not? Let's even talk about the ones
Yes,
that are
sir.
in Ilorin alone, or the ones that are in Lagos. Do you know the number of branches they have? And then you now put all the branches they have together and then try to analyze their data and help them get sense of what they are actually doing. Help them make sense. So let's say every day they have like 50,000 failed transactions, and there's a database pulling all their transactions, and you are there as a data analyst. You want to sort out the ones that are failed transactions. You just come to where the transactions are listed, and then you sort out the failed transaction, copy it out, transaction code. Maybe you are mailing it to the bank wants to use it to do something and all of that. The transaction reference is already there, and then you'll be able to deal with that transaction reference, and everything will be fine up there. So this is what you should work on and work on very, very well. There are some other things that you learn as you are moving on. Data validation, cleaning up. You can also do data extraction. You want to extract some things from the database, you can do that. And the AI can even help you to do data extraction very, very well. As you can see it on my screen here, let's say you want to extract out all the people that bears a particular name in this database. You can do that. You can extract the data out. It's going to do data extraction for you and cleaning. So I want you to get on this, and then
Sister, when you use Access Bank, when you remove the transaction for Access Bank, is that also extraction too?
what do you say?
When you remove the transactions for Access Bank,
Yes.
is that also data extraction?
And yes, you can call it data extraction, but you know I did it by sorting.
Oh.
I did it by sorting.
You know, earlier on you separated the one for Access Bank. Is it also data extraction?
Yes. This is
Okay.
one for Access Bank that I'm doing. Let me go
Yes, sir.
back to the main data. This is the main data, and the filter is still on. So I can still call it a data extraction mechanism.
Okay, sir.
So I can still call it a data extraction mechanism. So you're just looking at the data that has various references and different characters that are there. So we have done the amount, we've done for a recipient. We try to do for date, but this date contains date and time, and then you'll be able to check up on that transaction. So I'm going to stop recording the class now, and then take our questions so that we can round off the class. So if you watching this again on YouTube, please drop your question in the chat and I'm going to connect with you. And if you want to learn more, you can just send a message to info@goodnewsinfotech.com and I'm going to reach out to you. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.